Let's face it, people saw really over 1 million of their fellow Americans die. There was a new sense of mortality that people had. They began to understand that time was also important, just as important as the pay. And so the question before us now is, can we establish a new norm for everybody? And how do we get there? Let's figure out what non-exempt means. Meaning that they're subject to the Fair Labor Standards Act. The Fair Labor Standards Act covers them and protects them. These are precisely the workers who are going to feel the effects of the conversations that are happening in the more highly paid sectors of the economy. Sectors such as tech, where we have highly skilled coders and computer programmers, doctors and nurses. Where it's a more difficult to make this happen is, on factory floors, people who work in the trades. But what will a 32-hour work week bill mean for them? It will mean that they get, at the very least, increased pay. They may not get their work hours reduced, but for the amount of hours they work, they're going to get more pay. They're going to get more remuneration. So it will give them more leverage in the economy. Well, I think the 32-hour work week is resonating with so many Americans right now because of this experience they had during the pandemic. Workers were beginning to see the benefits of the flexibilities that they were experiencing, namely being able to work remotely, working virtually, being able to work from home. And as we emerged out of the pandemic, it became apparent to me that America's workforce had fundamentally changed. If Thursday becomes the new Friday, what would that mean? What would happen to consumer buying habits if we were to have another day off, a 3-day weekend? We had a Thursday night that you could go to dinner, a Friday night you could go to dinner. How would that change the economy and consumer buying habits? Some industries might be impacted negatively, but a lot of other industries would be affected positively. 5% of the American workforce already is working less than the 40-hour work week. They may be working 32 hours, they may be working somewhere in between. I think people had an opportunity to see a better work-life balance. They could take care of their children much more effectively. They could also pay attention to elders. The work flexibilities help them get everything done. And I think they felt more rested. They got more sleep. So look, I think the 32-hour work week can be a revolution for both the health and the happiness of humankind.